the Not All Live Life podcast. I'm your host, Romy Moreno, and today we have JennyLee Molina, entrepreneur, mom, founder of 305 Day. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to have you. Fun fact, it's just easier to say we're primas too.
We are primas. We definitely have a prima, a sister in common.
Yeah.
So we're definitely fam. We go way back.
Yes, for sure. I was talking to your sister Monica over the weekend at 305 Day, which was an amazing event. And she's like, we're cousins. It's just easier because my sister is your cousin and it's just like easier to...
Yeah, it's easier. Yeah. I'll go with that. And I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. So yeah, I'm very proud to say that you're my prima, by the way. I love everything you're doing.
Thank you. Same. I'm so proud of you. The event this weekend was amazing. I love seeing you on stage with your cute ass glasses and your hot pink, which is my favorite color.
You know, I had the hot pink polish and I couldn't. I was like, okay, yeah, no more 305 Day. I had the hot pink, but thank you so much. Yeah, that was a fun event. I'm so glad you came and you know, it was so nice to see so many families out there, like people of all ages, and it's definitely a party.
So tell me how this idea came about, because 305, obviously, Miami is known for 305 because of the area code. So how did this idea come to be?
So, you know, it was a very serendipitous moment. Like, you know, I always say ideas come to you. Like you would appreciate, you know, like it's like a download, right? Like it found me. It was literally 3:05 in the afternoon and I was having cafecito at David's Cafe in Lincoln Road with a friend. And I asked him what time it was and it was 3:05. And I was like, oh, that would be the perfect time for cafecito. So this was like 2012 and I tweeted it out and started to catch on. And I was like, okay, well, this is becoming a thing. Let's make a Twitter page for it. Let's make an Instagram page for it a few years later, Facebook. And a year later, I was like, well, let's take this community of people that have been hashtagging 305 Cafecito and let's do an event on 305 Day, March 5th, right? Of course, I come up with this idea like February 23rd. Like I look at the calendar and like the number pops out and I'm like, yes, this is when we should be doing this event. So yeah, it's, I guess, you know, the 305, we all resonate with that because it's our common denominator and people have really like loved this event and it's an excuse. Miami doesn't need an excuse to throw a party, you know, like, or to have a good time. So the fact that we're all connected, like we all have so many Latino Caribbean cultures, but this is like our like heritage culture festival, you know, it's like all 305. And yeah, and it's a year after year. That was a Ventanita event. You know, we gave away free cafecito and free pastelitos at Versailles, the first one, the first 305 Day. Then after that, it was ball and chain for a couple years. And it was so packed inside and out that we're like, we need to like do a street party and like make this like a block party. And by then I was already doing the block parties in Hialeah, in the Lea Arts District. So it was just all serendipitous how that all came together because then we started getting big sponsors. Starbucks sponsored our first, which, you know, shout out to Starbucks because, you know, they really helped us put on that event to make it free for the community. And it was amazing. And so that was our first big block party. And now that's it. Like now 305 Day, 10 years later, you know, I tried to give you the quick version, but 10 years later, now it's a big party. And in 2020, Pitbull became a partner in 305 Day and Mr. 305 Inc. So I'm eternally grateful because that support really helps keep this, you know, community event free for everyone and, you know, really take it to the next level. Like we had I Am Chino and we've had DJ Laz and it's really a party. So I'm really proud. I'm really happy. But I couldn't do it without the team. My sister's been there since day one. You know, Frank, my partner, has been there since day one. There's a lot of people behind the scenes. My husband, a lot of people behind the scenes that have been there since day one. DJ Laz, that's been playing for a few years. In the first couple of years, he did it like, hey, I'll do it for fam. I'll do it for free. Like, I just want people to have. So I couldn't have done it with all those people. And I think it's all because we all connect on that 305, you know, level, right? Like we're all like, let's do this for the crib, you know, let's do this for 305, let's do this for Dade County. And everybody's like about it. And the fact that it was in Hialeah, I think a lot of people really liked it because it was off the beaten path. This was the first year that we did it in Wynwood. And it was a little different, the setup, but I think it was the same vibe. It was fun, and it was packed. So it was great. So I'm just grateful that it was a good time, and this is gonna something that's gonna continue beyond 305 days, something that's gonna continue beyond me, and I hope people continue to always celebrate Miami because it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I think it was a great event. It was beautiful. I was literally there, and I love how you you start the event at 3:05.
You know, we started the event last year at like 1, and from 1 to like 11, it was too long. So we're like, let's go back to our roots, and it started at 3:05. And we started with Zumba,
I
which
know.
Natalie is my
You
Zumba
see?
instructor. I freaking love her.
She's
Um,
amazing.
she's amazing. She's like hashtag 305 energy, like she she puts on, and every single class is always like that Miami like vibe. Well, she's not Miami vibes. It's all DJ Laz and all those classics, Pitbull. So it's like her class, it almost feels like a mini DJ set from 305 Day. So I always love going to her class. And I actually met her through Instagram because she was always tagging 305 Day. And I was like, let me go to this girl's Zumba class. And so I was like, no, no, no. This year we got to start with like Zumba and get the energy going right away. And so, yeah, we were there. I did a couple songs. You were right behind me.
Mhm.
But
They
this was the
asked me
first
to
year
go
we
on
started with
stage.
Zumba.
They asked me to go
What?
on stage. I'm like, no, no, no.
You could have.
No, I was so sore. She loves to squat, I realized.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was super sore up until yesterday. I think today was the first day I woke up, and I'm not like that sore. But yeah, I was dancing all day.
No, I loved it. I loved that you started it with Zumba. I didn't even know, by the way, I don't think I've ever done Zumba. I didn't even know that was Zumba. I I thought Zumba was like the Spanish music. I don't know what I
Well,
thought
she has
Zumba
her
was.
own style for sure, because it's like always like Miami music. DJ Gringo is but Zumba is really like up to like the style of like
I had
Latin
no
music and a
idea.
little bit a little
I
bit
had
of
no
everything.
clue that that's what I was doing. I had no idea that that's what I was doing.
Come to her class Tuesdays, 6:30. I'm gonna plug it in because it's free for everybody. Every Tuesday, actually every day in Coconut Grove, we've been doing free wellness at 6:30 p.m. Mondays we have a meditation. Tuesday we have her Zumba class, and then Wednesday yoga. But there's always something free Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday we have family fitness, which that's something I've been working on. I've been working with Coconut Grove and doing like programming there. But yeah, I would love for you to come to her Zumba class
Yeah.
one day with me, Tuesday at
Yes.
6:30 if you're ever off. I know it's a hard time for a lot of people, but
Well, the weeks I don't have the kids, I definitely would love to go.
we'll make it happen. We'll make it
Yes.
happen.
And
Yeah.
bringing up the topic of wellness, that's something that you're definitely an advocate on. So can you explain a little bit of your journey on the wellness aspect?
Yeah, I would love to share because I feel like a lot of us can relate. I was burnt out. I was sick. I wasn't really my best self in a lot of ways back. This is 2017. And I had been diagnosed with prediabetes, high triglycerides. I had been really tired and really lethargic for some time. And I had also put on like quite some weight. I was doing PR and marketing for a lot of restaurants. So of course that came with like free food and free drinks. And I was overindulging. And I had really made myself sick. I really turned to a drastic plant-based diet. I know I say drastic because I know it's difficult for a lot of people. Now, for me, it's easy now, but I know that at the time, I really did feel like I was just completely changing my entire life around. But I felt like that I needed that. I needed to feel like I was in control. At that point, everybody in my family had diabetes, and my son is an only child. We have a small family, and I needed to know that I was going to be okay, so I could take care of him. And that's really was like my why. So for me, it was a journey of about a year. I lost 80 pounds. I reversed my prediabetes, my high triglycerides, my cholesterol, because I had really focused on eating really clean. I was focusing on eating, of course, a lot of raw fruits and vegetables. And I was really consuming the best that I could as far as like organic food and superfoods, and really focusing on eating clean. Right. So and of course, working out, I was really releasing all those toxins and like moving my body more than ever. And so that journey for me was what resulted in as a catalyst for me now being more focused on wellness in my career, because I realized how important it is. But I really had to hit a wall, and I really had to find myself at a point where I would consider rock bottom, because I was really, really sick. I have more energy now than ever. I have put on some weight. I think we all put on some weight when we put extra calories on, no matter what diet you're on. It doesn't matter if it's you, and I'm sure you know, whether it's keto, vegan, if you're over consuming calories and not burning them, you're going to gain weight. Doesn't matter what you're eating. And so, so I put on some weight, and I'm definitely back on the journey. Since then, I've done 2 triathlons. I've become a triathlete, which was something that was on my bucket list, but I was like, I'm going to do this before I hit 40. And I did. I didn't know how to swim, and I was crazy afraid of riding a bike, like unreasonable. Like I was so afraid of riding a bike. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to ride a bike, I'm going to get a coach, pardon my French, because I'm like, I'm scared of, I'm scared of riding a bike, and I'm scared of getting hit. And you know what? I just needed to build that confidence. And the only way you build the confidence in anything is just doing it. That's what triathlon taught me. And so, yeah, so my wellness journey is definitely one that started with really being sick and being done with excuses. And sometimes that's the point you have to get to make change.
That's amazing. You're a beautiful role model for people.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. No, I think we all can relate. You know, we get so busy with work, and everybody is first, and we overcommit. We're afraid to say no. Oprah said it best, like when you say no to when you say yes to other people, you're saying no to yourself.
Yeah, 100%. And that's when you really have to sit with yourself and see, okay, where am I saying no to myself?
Yeah.
Where am I denying myself? Because you can't live life that way. You can't, because you're going to run yourself down. And that's when you start snapping. That's when you start, before we got on the call, we started talking about when we start getting overworked, our children start noticing.
Oh, yeah. My son the other day was such an amazing observation. He looked outside because where his computer is, there's a window, and he could see my plants. And goes, Mom, I've noticed that when you work too much, you don't water your plants as much. And I was like, you're right. I don't water my plants. And like, that was like such a like figurative, not just literal, because my plants were like looking a little sad and he saw them, but like, you don't water your own plant. Like you don't water yourself. Like when you're too overwhelmed, and this rat race, it's like, I've like tried to purposely simplify my life as much as possible, including like my expenses. Like, you know, like I'm just trying to minimize as much as possible, because it's like, it's too much sometimes. You know?
I'm with you on that.
Oh yeah. I'm all about like, I want like, I feel like we grew up with this perception that wealth was the accumulation of money. Of course, that's wealth too. But abundance, like having the freedom. And I'm like, sometimes having freedom means like working less. And working less sometimes means making less money. And that means spending less. So you got to trade off. And I've been at the point where I've made, you know, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I know that I can get to a certain level again, right? Post pandemic, right now that we're back, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, I almost rather work less and say no. And I have more time for travel. Like, I was in Bali for 6 weeks. I could have never done that if I had like a million clients like before. You know, and a lot of people can do that remotely, you know, but at least, you know, a lot of people work remotely and can do that. But at least in my lifestyle, like I have to be here, you know, for especially if you're doing events and whatnot. But yeah, sometimes less is more. And yeah, I was burnt out and I was working myself. Like, you know, it's okay to like chase the bag, but it cannot come at an expense where you're just like hurting yourself and your relationships and everything.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, for myself as well, I'm all about working less and having more time. Like time for me is, there's no price on that. You know, like, and also having less stuff. I am so grateful that I don't have a lot of shit. I just moved in December, and let me tell you,
the moving is the best way to get rid of junk.
No, but I moved and unpacked my entire house in 4 days. My house was completely unpacked and like organized, that my best friend walked into my house and she looked down, she goes, you're a fucking gangster. It looks like you've been living here forever. And I go, when you don't have a lot of shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I did not want to start the new year in boxes.
Yeah,
So,
no,
so
I get that.
I was so happy. I don't have a lot of stuff. I'm very minimal. If I don't use something, I get rid of it. If I don't use something, I get rid of it. I don't like having stuff. Everything
The
has.
only thing I can't get rid of is my books.
Well, yeah,
But
that's different.
I've got it down to this, like, but it's like
That's different. My dream is to have like a room like that's
like a
surrounded
library.
like a library room.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a bunch of books that I actually purged that you might like. I'm gonna
Yes.
bring it.
You see, now I'm taking stuff. But books are okay. Books are okay. But if you use it, if
Yeah.
you don't use it, get rid of it.
No,
Everything is
100%.
energy.
100%.
Every
I think less is more, and like Marie Kondo, like I wouldn't say she started a trend. I think we were already on the trend of minimalism, but I think that a lot of people took interest to her because the whole notion of like, does this spark joy?
Mhm.
And it's true, like your space should definitely spark joy, and like sometimes we're holding on to stuff, you know, both but internally and externally. But yeah, sometimes we're holding on onto junk and we just gotta let it go.
Yeah, yeah. Holding like clothes and shoes and all of this. Like I will literally wear the same clothes like
Oh
all the
yeah.
time.
I get this. I was wearing a skirt last night that I've like worn a million times. And I always get compliments and I'm always like, thanks, it's thrifted. I got it for $6. Like I love to tell people because I'm like, dude, like, yeah, yeah, less
Yeah,
is more,
I
man.
agree. I agree 100%. So what are your plans? Like what else are you working on?
Well, I'm super excited because I am co-hosting or co-leading a retreat in Bali in July, from July 1st to July 11th, with my friend Sabra. And so it's going to be an all-women Sankalpa journey. Sankalpa means intention in
Mhm.
Sanskrit, and the whole purpose of this journey or this trip is to set an intention for yourself and just really be with yourself in Bali, surrounded by amazing women with this super bespoke, curated experience. Like we're going to 3 different cities within the island of Bali. So we're going to see different regions. The mountains. We're going to see the beach, and we're going to see the city, Ubud, which is I love. I could totally live in Bali. By the way,
Oh
I
my
love
God.
Miami 305 till I die, but I let me tell you, I just absolutely loved it. And yeah, so I'm excited to bring women back. I was there last summer and yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back with 6 amazing women. So it's open right now and I'll send you more information if you want to come.
Yes. Where can people find that information if they wanted to go?
Sankalpa Journey. It's our Instagram, and you could click the link in the bio, fill out the survey. We also do solo retreats. So let's say the July 1st to 11th retreat that we're doing doesn't work for you, but you want to go to Bali in September or another time during the year, we can plan your travel. So we can help you curate exactly, what you want to do based on like the survey that you complete. We'll curate an experience for you, 3 days, 7 days, a week.
I'm
It just
dying
depends.
to go to
But
Bali.
if you're gonna go to Bali, you definitely want to go for at least 2 weeks, I think.
I know, and that's my thing. Right now, I'm rereading Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh, I stayed in the Eat, Pray, Love house.
You did?
I stayed in the Eat, Pray, Love house when I
Oh,
was in Bali.
I'm
It was
rereading it
amazing.
now. I read it last year. I
By
know that.
myself, it was amazing.
Oh my God. So I read it last year. The book is so much better than the movie.
Of
So
course.
I'm on like that whole journey that she was on, and I just started reading it again. And I want to go to Bali, but I want to be there like a month. Obviously, I cannot do that.
Yeah. When the time is right, it's okay. Bali's not going anywhere. It's been there since the beginning.
Right, when the time is right. So I definitely want to go, but is a week enough?
Well, look, 2 days of travel is hard on the body. I was 36 hours. I did a triathlon July 4th and I traveled July 6th. So I was really exhausted and I slept the whole time. I was really, really tired. Um, But if you're not sleeping like a good 12 hours on that flight, it's gonna feel long. I woke up and there was like 3 hours left on like the first leg, and then I slept a lot during the trip. But if you're not a sleeper on, it's gonna feel like a long time because it's like a 2 day trip. But
Okay.
I didn't sleep the night. Like I packed that whole night and I basically pulled an all-nighter. So I think that's the only reason why it wasn't hard on me. Everyone else is like, oh my God, it's like such a hard, but I just want to be, cautious that you're going to be jet lagged for like 2 days. Once you get back, you're completely flipped around because it's like the opposite 12 hours difference. So 9
Mhm.
p.m. here is 9 a.m. there.
Shit.
So it takes a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, I think a week is good if you're
I'll
hitting a lot
wait.
of places,
I want
but
to go for like a month.
it's gonna take you good 2 days to get, acclimated,
Adjusted.
right? So
Yeah. Yeah, but that's
yeah.
definitely on my bucket list. But that's really cool.
No, it was great. It was great. I had actually never traveled that far. It was my first time in Southeast Asia, so it was exciting for me for sure. But I think I'll definitely be back more often. And I think travel is so important. I know
Mhm.
you've been doing a lot of travel too and leading retreats. I can't wait to go to your Asheville retreat in October.
Yes, yes, yes. My retreat in October, I'm really excited about as well. It's I've been trying to book this house for years, right? Every time that I go to book it, the weekend that I'm hosting the retreat, it's always booked. And then finally it's available. So I'm just like, book
It was meant to
immediately,
be.
immediately. So I finally got it and it's going to be amazing. I'm so happy my mom is going to cook for all of us.
Oh my God, your mom can cook.
I know, I know. I have people that sign up just because of my mom. I'm like,
Oh, so your
you
mom's
need
gonna be
to.
there too. That's great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my mom's gonna be cooking for all of us. So I'm really
Yeah, I
excited.
need to lock that in. Yeah. See, like for me, it's like I rather like spend on travel. Like I rather spend all my money on experiences.
Mhm. Exactly, exactly. So that's the thing. Minimalizing your life
So you
for
could travel more,
experiences.
100%. That's the hack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So you're working with Coconut Grove, doing different events every day.
Yeah. So Coconut Grove was a JLPR client, and now when their marketing manager left, they offered me the role of marketing director and special events and PR. So I'm really excited because Coconut Grove is literally down the street from me. But I also love that area. I'm always there. It's Miami's like OG first neighborhood. It's super walkable and I get to do events for the community that are free. We have a bike ride next week that we're doing. We have the free fitness every day at Peacock Park, and really promoting the businesses in Coconut Grove. There's so many great restaurants there. I mean, I love the Grove. Like we all have, like the Grove has gone through so many phases, but I feel like the Grove is like finally growing up, and it's like more like family friendly. But I mean, growing up, Grove was like where we would go like to party,
Do you remember like, when you would ride in the car with like,
like yeah, everybody would like look at each other. Like it was like, yeah, no, and the chili pepper and oxygen and
oh
like
my God, oxygen. I live there. I live there. I would
right, that's where everybody would go.
I would party there at 16, like
609. That was
six-
the first club I had ever gone to, actually. Like it
609.
was
I think
literally
it
the
was
day I
mine.
graduated high school. I
I
went
think it
there.
was mine. No. Well, they used to do all ages too. So, and then Space used to do all ages too.
They used to do like foam parties and
Oh
stuff.
my God, I've never been to a phone party. Thank God. It grosses me out.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. But yeah, no, the Grove has definitely grown up. It's beautiful. And yeah, we all have a Grove story, but definitely come to one of the classes and bring the kids on the weekend. We do a hip hop class on Sunday that's free, and also a karate class, and it's like family friendly. The idea is to get families to work out together.
Awesome.
So coming up with all that programming was really fun. Getting in touch with like the instructors, coordinating all that. It just fills my heart because I get to see people enjoy like free fitness and all the time. I just did the meditation on Monday and it was awesome.
I love it. I
So
love it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, Jenny, thank you so much
Mhm.
for joining me today. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope to see you
Welcome.
soon. if I'm not doing 305 Day, I'm doing something else. So I'll always invite you.
For sure, for sure. Can you share where people could find you?
You can find me at JennyLee is me. Come say hi. And 305 Day also, of course. And check out Coconut Grove Miami for all our fun Coconut Grove events.
Awesome. And if you have one last message for our listeners, what would it be?
And follow that fear. Whatever you're fearing, just go through and pursue it because it's calling you for a reason. Follow that passion.
I love that. All right, guys, thanks for listening. And remember, it's not all love and light.
No, it's not.